In the last video, we said that we needed a little bit bigger spacer. So here's the spacer that's on there. So we're going to put the rim on here, and we're going to see how much bigger we need. Okay, push that down there, and there's this little gap right here. So nice thing on a set of calipers is you have this end here that you can measure depth in here. So you can just push this down and it will come out to however far you need. So what we're going to do is I'm going to put this on here, and I'm going to see how deep we need that. So now that's how much we need to add, and I can look on the dial indicator and I can get that distance there. So I know that distance, and I'll add that much to this, and then we're going to cut the pieces we need so I have a bit longer spacer. You know, look at washers, and if we don't get the right size and this sits on, and it's just going to be a lot easier to put a new spacer in. So that's what we'll do. I'll come back and I'll get this measured out and I'll get those cut. We'll cut one and see how that works. If that works good, then we'll cut 4 more or 3 more of them like that, and that's what we're going to do. So I'll come back once I get these measured out and the pieces cut. I'll show you what the pipe is we're going to look like when we get ready here. What I've done is I marked off the distance that we need to add, and I line this up here, so that's the length I need to cut it to. So I put the tape around here to give me something to follow, and then I'm going to take the hacksaw, I'm going to cut off this piece, and then we'll try it. If that's it, then we know where to mark the rest of them. So let me go ahead and cut this off. I can see my first one, it's a little bit taller, but when I put this on down here and put the tire on, set down, we just need a little bit more on there, I think. Yeah, you can see there's just a little bit of a ridge here left yet, so I need to go just a little bit wider than that one. That's why I just cut one, is to see how it's going to work before I got too many of them. You can kind of see I used a hacksaw for the first one, and it kind of chewed it up. The problem I run into this is so thin that once it breaks through, it just kind of binds up and doesn't want to go. So it wasn't worked very good. So I'm going to use a Dremel tool this time to cut them off. I think it'll work a little bit better. Here's the different spacers I cut. Here's the original one. First one I cut, second one I cut. Move this one down here and see. I actually had to go quite a bit taller than what I expected, but that's kind of why we tried it. So let's put it on here, and we'll put the tire on. Now it doesn't look like initially, but it has to push down, and you can see that's right down there a little bit below it. So now when we put the nut on, we should be able to tighten it down and lock that bearing in. So now we're just dealing with the wheel itself rolling and not having the bearing sliding. So we will tighten that down, and that's the size we'll make the rest of them. So I'm going to cut 3 more, and then we can go from there. We'll start working on now we got the wheels figured out, we'll start working on the rest of it, getting all this all cleaned up. When I have all the spacers cut, we're going to have to fine tune them a little bit because we can't tighten this nut down all the way. The spacer is just a little bit too wide, but we have them so that they're pretty good. They don't spin very well. They should spin a little bit better than that. So we'll take that as a good point to stop there. Now what we'll end up doing is we'll grind them down just a little bit more so they fit a little better, so we can tighten this nut down all the way. Because as soon as we tighten it down all the way, the wheel won't move. That's good, putting pressure on the bearing itself instead of on the axle. So I just need to fine tune each one of those. I'll do that once we get everything all done. So that's it for the wheels. We have the wheels on there now. We have the wagon all set up. We have the wagon there, and in here there's a hole with a pin in it. We'll set something up. There's also a handle that can go on there in place of that, and then you put the pin through here, and then you have a handle to pull. Now this is designed so that you can put a different type attachment on there. So what I think I'll do is I'll also get one, because on the back of our 4-wheeler we have a hitch. So I'll work up something here where I can put this on and have a receiver to hook onto there. So we can just pull it behind the 4-wheeler, then we'll rig up something on the back of the mower so we can pull it as well. So that's it for now. Now the next thing to do is we're going to start stripping this down, and that'll be a video to follow. Make sure you like and subscribe so that you don't miss out on the posts when I do the videos. As I upload those, you know, quite in the summertime, I do just about one video a day, or at least 5 a week. And then I also have a couple a week where I post out my Archery Talk podcast. And that's if you're not into archery, then you probably won't be interested in those. But if you're interested in archery, we interview a lot of different archers from all over the world. So that'd be something else to look for too. Subscribe so get notified when any of my fix-it videos come up, or any of the projects that I'm doing. Also have a garden project. I'm going to be starting to plant the garden here today and tomorrow. Get a lot of it planted. I'm not sure what we're going to do, so watch for those videos to come out as well. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you later.